Part 62. Sabbaths. Sabbath is one of the first 4 Ten Commandments. It was both Jewish and Roman law. Sabbath, by definition, is a day of rest. Sabbaths are mentioned throughout the Bible. This research deals with 3 main types. 1. The Jewish Sabbaths. 2nd of the 771 CE, 9th of the 771 CE, and 16th of the 771 CE, 3 days. 2. Roman Sabbaths, 7th of the 771 CE and 8th of the 771 CE, 2 days. 3. Roman Sabbaths, 10th of the 771 CE to 16th of the 771 CE, 7 days. Roman Sabbath can begin and end at any time. 7 day meant 7th day of the month and 7th day of 7 days of Sabbaths. Jews keep Sabbaths on 7th day of the week. This Sabbath is a transgression against God's law and is sin. Jewish Sabbath, 2nd of the 771 CE. Luke 13:14. But the ruler of the synagogue, being indignant because Jesus had healed on the Sabbath, answered and said to the crowd, "There are 6 days in which man should work. Therefore come on them and be healed, and not on the Sabbath day." First of the 771 CE, Titus told the Jews to work 6 days. John 5:17. But Jesus answered them, "My Father is working until now, and I also am working." First of the 771 CE, Vespasian started on painting of earth. 1 Samuel 20:27. And on the day after the new moon, the 2nd day, David's place was empty. And Saul said to Jonathan his son, "Why has the son of Jesse come neither yesterday nor today to the meal?" 2nd of the 771 CE, Simon did not appear at the work site to eat the meal. This was Jewish Sabbath. Luke 13:15. But the Lord answered him and said, "Hypocrites, does not each of you on the Sabbath untie his ox or his donkey from the manger and lead it away and water it?" 2nd of the 771 CE, Titus told the Jews, "No Sabbath today." 1 Samuel 20:34. And Jonathan rose up from the table in burning anger and did not eat any food on the 2nd day of the new moon, for he was grieved about David because his father had shamed him. 2nd of the 771 CE, Simon did not eat the meal. Jewish Sabbath. Titus shamed Simon. John 5:16. And because of this, the Jews persecuted Jesus and sought to kill him, because he did these things on the Sabbath. Jews sought to kill Titus because Simon was compelled to work on Jewish Sabbath day. 2nd of the 771 CE, Titus showed scornful anger towards Jewish Sabbath. Healed meant to be cursed from disease of Jewish law by working. Titus canceled Jewish Sabbath. However, Titus promised to allow Jews to keep their next Sabbath on 9th of the 771 CE. Nehemiah 8:13. And on the 2nd day, the heads of the fathers, houses of all the people, the priests, and the Levites were gathered to Ezra the scribe. That is, in order to gain insight into the words of the law. 2nd of the 771 CE, Jews briefed in Roman law. Genesis 40:15. For I was actually kidnapped out of the land of the Hebrews, and here also I have not done anything that they should put me into the dungeon. Simon was put in a dungeon. Exodus 35:2. 6 days' work shall be done, but on the 7th day you shall have a Sabbath of complete rest, holy to Jehovah. Whoever does any work on it shall be put to death. Jews inferred the 7th day to mean 9th of the 771 CE, the next Jewish Sabbath day. Verse points to 7th of the 771c, Vespasian's Sabbath day. Exodus 34:21. 6 days you shall work, but on the 7th day you shall cease from labor. Even in plowing time and in harvest time you shall cease from labor. No stopping of work. 6 days work, and on the 7th day was Sabbath. 7th of the 771c, Thursday. This was Roman Sabbath. Exodus 20, verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. This verse makes it very clear that each and every Sabbath stated in the Bible is holy. For Jews, Saturday, the 7th day of each week, is the Sabbath. It must be kept holy. Absolutely no work and no cooking. For the Romans, work, feast, celebrations, and rest are their Sabbaths. Exodus 31:14. Therefore you shall keep the Sabbath, for it is holy to you. Everyone who profanes it shall surely be put to death. For whoever does any work on it, that soul shall be cut off from among his people. 2nd of the 771c, Jews worked on their Sabbath. According to Jewish law, everyone who profanes it shall be put to death. If Jews keep Sabbath during Roman Sabbath, it is a violation of Roman law. Jews violated Roman Sabbath. 2nd of the 771c and 7th of the 771c. Jewish Sabbath, 9th of the 771c. Exodus 20, verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 9th of the 771c. Remember, this was to remind Jews that today, 9th of the 771c, was their Jewish Sabbath day and to keep it holy. No work and no cooking. Leviticus 23:32. It shall be to you a Sabbath of complete rest, and you shall afflict your souls. On the 9th day of the month in the evening, from evening to evening, you shall keep your Sabbath. 9th of the 771c, Jewish Sabbath. No work and no cooking. Isaiah 56:2. Blessed is the man who does this, and the Son of Man who takes hold of it, who keeps the Sabbath so as not to profane it, and keeps his hand from doing any evil. 9th of the 771c, Titus allowed Simon to keep Jewish Sabbath, but kept himself from evil, Jewish law. Hebrews 4:9. So then there remains a Sabbath rest for the people of God. 9th of the 771c, Sabbath rest for Jews. Deuteronomy 5:12. Keep the Sabbath day so as to sanctify it, as Jehovah your God has commanded you. 9th of the 771c, Jewish Sabbath. This Sabbath day was not a Sabbath of sanctification, death. It was to keep it purified from sin and holy. But sin was Jewish law, meant it was a violation to keep Jewish Sabbath. Exodus 31:16. Therefore the children of Israel shall keep the Sabbath, to observe the Sabbath throughout their generations as a perpetual covenant. 9th of the 771c, Jewish Sabbath, a covenant with Jewish God. Nehemiah 9:14. And you made known to them your holy Sabbath, and prescribed commandments and statutes, and a law for them, through Moses your servant. 9th of the 771c, Jewish Sabbath is a commandment of Jewish law. Isaiah 56:2. Blessed is the man who does this, and the Son of Man who takes hold of it, who keeps the Sabbath so as not to profane it, and keeps his hand from doing any evil. 9th of the 771c, Simon kept Jewish Sabbath. Acts 13:42. And as Paul and Barnabas were going out, the people begged that these words would be spoken to them on the next Sabbath. 9th of the 771c, Jews hoped for next Sabbath. 16th of the 771c. 16th of the 771c, this was Sabbath of sanctification.